Well, hello. Welcome to Tourism and Hospitality. My name is Mr. Amrine. This is a new course here at Ensign College. We are going to be talking about tourism and hospitality, how to get involved with it, how to find a job with it, and how we relate it to the church, what is going on with the church. We are working very closely with the First Presidency to see what we can do to change how our missionaries approach people, especially at visitor centers, and to see what are the new strategies to show people and introduce them to the church. Now, again, my name is Mr. Amrine. I have been in tourism now for over 20 years. I have been a owner of a company, two companies, as a matter of fact. I've been general manager of a company, manager, and I've been an instructor for the past 12 years at a school called ITMI in San Francisco, teaching tourism and hospitality. I have been in front of Congress 3 times, and I have been a professional tour director myself, tour guide for the past now 22 years in every aspect, from very extreme high adventure to driving safaris in Africa, Kenya, South Africa, to whitewater rafting on the Grand Canyon and the Fudulefu and the Serapaki, to hiking, climbing, and cruise ships. Also just motor coach tours all over the world. I've guided on 6 continents, well over 30 countries, and yeah, just been doing it for a long time. Absolutely love it. I've written some pamphlets on it, and again, been in front of Congress a few times, testifying about the importance of tourism, and work very closely with the Utah Tourism Board here. So let's go ahead and get started. The reason you're probably taking this class is you have an interest in tourism and hospitality somewhere, some way. It may have come up in your life, especially in other countries. The United States, we are pretty far behind on this. We're trying to catch up. We don't even have an official Department of Tourism. Yes, there is a Department of Tourism in Washington, D.C., but they do not work with our administration pretty much at all. And if they do, it's minimal. Other countries have ministers of tourism. They have a Department of Tourism. So hopefully we will have some influence of getting this caught up because of the amount of money tourism makes for our country, for the world, and for the state of Utah. And we're going to be talking quite a bit about that. What is going on with the world, the country, and our state here. So just to start out here, I'm going to be working with Brent Andrus. He's the developer of this class, and him and I, again, we're going to be in some pretty deep discussions about what we can do with tourism and the church, and how to get it going here. So what is tourism and hospitality? Tourism can be a wide range of things. Tourism, you can see the tour guides leading a city tour when they're holding the little flag going up. Here in Salt Lake City, to our national parks here, Zion Bryce, Canyonlands, Arches, go on and on. There's quite a few of those. It can also be a tour guide of a museum. You can have tour guides in the Smithsonian. You can have tour guides basically showing you around little restaurants. There's a huge range of this, and many of our missionaries at Temple Square are tour guides. They show and they talk about some of the things happening there at Temple Square, the history, what's going on. Again, we're going to try to advance this, develop this, make this a little bit stronger for the church. Unfortunately, we are getting a little bit too aggressive in our tactics. I know this firsthand because I work quite a bit with the tour companies like Trafalgar, Disney, and Tauck, and a lot of them, and we're driving them away. They don't want to come to Temple Square anymore. It's basically it's being pushed too hard on them. So again, we're going to work with the First Presidency on this and trying to develop this. Hospitality, again, hotels. It could be renting cars. It could be, again, it's such a wide range and such a big money maker for the world. It's kind of unbelievable. We're going to look at the economics of tourism in the world. This is a multi-trillion-dollar, basically, area of our economy. In Utah, it's in the billions. Obviously, in the U.S., it's in the billions and billions. So because we had so much tourism about 5 years ago in Utah, our taxes actually went down because of this. So We're going to see with the pandemic how things are going to recover, and that's going to be something we're going to have to look at. We don't know. As a tourism professional, as somebody who's been in the business for a long time, it's something that we're going to have to study. Now, I study tourism at George Washington University. It's where I got my master's degree in tourism. And one thing we would look at is the strategies of tourism and economics, how to progress this field, how to make it better, stronger, and where we can basically find more clients and make it more viable for not only our clients, but for the countries, to make it sustainable, to not destroy our environment because of this, and so on and so forth. Many, many things we can look at here. So again, strategy, hospitality in the world, USA, Utah. What are some things, again, that we can do better? We don't want to destroy our environments here, but we are. In some places, we have in Australia, we are destroying the barrier reef. In Utah, you can walk around our national parks and you can just see it. So how do we do this? Do we create more laws, more rules? Do we police it stronger? These are some of the strategies that we are going to be looking at trying to figure out, okay, within this class. Tourism in the church. I had a meeting with Elder Oaks a couple years ago, and we were discussing some of the ideas that we had for the missionaries, and basically how we can improve it, how we can make our missionaries, especially in our temple sites and some of the other historical sites, basically our visitor centers, how can we turn them more into tour guides, tour directors, as opposed to proselyting so hard that it's pushing people away. When I was a missionary, I was in the Nauvoo area, and part of my assignment was to be a missionary and a tour guide out at Carthage Jail and Nauvoo. I would go and give tours in Spanish, and I had previously already been a tour guide before that. I had been a river guide, and I'd driven some safaris in Africa to that, and trying to bring in the gospel, but not too strong, to basically attract people to some of our sites. Again, what can we do with this? And I would love to hear your ideas. This is something I want to emphasize in this class, that everybody has an idea and nobody's idea is a bad idea. It's okay. Now, maybe if it's illegal, I'm going to have to say no. Maybe if it's too strong or too overbearing, or the church doesn't want anything to do with it, or we might have to just, we call it putting it on the bookshelf for now, and then later we can take a look at it. But we can bring it back for more ideas in future classes, okay, to see what we can do with this. Now, again, so we're going to be doing tourism and the church. But another thing we want to go down to now is, I have no curriculum for this course. I do not give you a curriculum. There's no outline. I want you to decide how we are going to run this course, okay? Now, it could be, we could focus primarily on tourism. I want to be a tour guide, Mr. A. I want to do this. I want to do that. Or, hey, I just want to be a hospitality manager. I want to be a hotel manager, something, anything like that. Perfectly fine. Okay, so you need to put yourself in the shoes of being a tour guide, tour director, manager, hotel employee, something like that. Put yourself in those shoes. And then from there, we're going to create an outline for this class, okay? This is all I have right here. But we're going to go forward. You are going to create an outline. We are going to start focusing on that outline. I am going to be doing research on different things that you give me. We're going to be working on this together, okay? We're going to be putting together committees to help out with the church. We're going to be putting together committees to go speak to the Utah Tourism Board. Obviously, they're going to be looking at tourism differently, okay? It's like us, the United States, we look at tourism differently from England, from China, from Germany, from Russia. There are different ways. We're trying to bring it together. We're trying to kind of get some middle ground here, but it's going to take some time. This is going to take some time, and we're going to start with you. Now, many students here are from different countries, which is a very positive thing for this class. We're going to have the opportunity to take a look at how individuals will take a look at tourism compared to the United States. For us in the United States, this is a brand new thing. Now, yes, tourism has been around for 110 years. Yes, it has. But we don't take it that seriously. Other countries, on the other hand, this is a major profession. And you have to have a license everywhere you're a tour guide, and you will get policed and everything there. So as you can see, we have quite a bit to look at in this class. I look forward to working with you, and thank you very much.